Hey everyone, so I'm Spencer, and this is my long-awaited sketchbook tour. I've been putting this off for a little while, but now it's finally here. This purple blender is my oldest sketchbook I have from myself. It's from when I was in 5th grade, so about 7 or 8 years ago. I'll start with showing you Warrior Cat stuff. So I have some big, full color bodies. There's a lot of, like, random little, like, this is my first, like, persona. Her name was Lunar. This is the same. Here's one of my first, like, scenes. So there's a cat here, her name's Leaf. There's a bit of gore in this next one. So here's, Frecklebush and Maple Shade, because I'm a big Warrior Cats fan, and I really like, Maple Shade and Frecklebush. Here's some, like, really cliche Warriors OCs that I had. They were connected at the tail, I guess. Here's another, like, scene of my, OC's, I guess, spider glass. I've posted her before. Her design's a lot different now, though. And then Luna Pop, random character I think I just made up for this. Cricket was either a character I had or my second ever persona. I think she was both. But this was her. Here's a better look at my first Sona, Lunar Sun, I guess. I also did a lot of, like, clan drawings and stuff. And then I was also really into the Wings of Fire fandom. So here's, like, a whole winglet I did. There's, I think, a few winglets in here. There's also stuff involving my first ever OC, whose name was, of course, Moon. And then this was one, people from Roblox. It was Jade and Dante. Here's some of Lunar, who is a, like, different version of the other Lunar, and then his boyfriend, Ant. Here's even more of a Lunar and Ant. Apparently, this one's from 2020, and this one's from 2022, so you can see they're still a bit different. Then here's a whole, like, pride thing I did. So here's Lunar, which is my persona at the time, so I thought I was bi at the time. I'm actually a lesbian. Then Cricket here. Lunar was pan. This June was trans. Spider, and then Night, who's a random OC, we're both lesbians. She's a Heroes of Olympus OC. And here's some of, like, my first ever drawing, like, ever. These are really, really bad, but there are some redraws of them from 2020, so yeah, definitely got better. There will be a part 2 where I do my newest sketchbook, so stay tuned. Okay, now we're going to look at my newest sketchbook, which has a lot more and it's a lot better. Starting off is obviously a lot of Magpie stuff. So this is Magpie, her mom, her dad, and then both of her brothers. And these are 3 Fae who are kind of, like, involved in her story. On the next page, we have rest for the other party members, and then also some random people from, like, her backstory, or, like, people related to her backstory. Most of this is honestly going to be, like, Magpie or people related to Magpie. Like, this is her brother, who is very in love with his fiance. There's, like, a party members here and there, but mostly it's all Magpie. As you can see, here's Magpie and her like, weird situationship. It's a lot of there's a lot of Cowboys SMP quotes in here. But here's some people she grew up knowing. Red and Eagle. Everyone in her back, like, most of my characters in general are based off of birds. So you'll see a lot of influence, like red-tailed hawk, and then just bald eagles in everyone's design. Just some more. This is another Cowboys SMP quote, as is this. So there's a lot of just, like, that's directly Cowboys inspired. Mostly it's just like little drawings of Magpie. Here's Magpie was originally inspired by Little Red Riding Hood, which is really funny, but here's her just kind of in that same, like, inspo area. Just little drawings of her. There's her mom. Here's some stuff of the other circus members using the like, Hadestown song. So that's Caracol, that's Parrot, and that, oh no, that's Scarlet, and then that is Cirrus. There's also some art of characters from my passion project, The Nature of Death. So here's Elle, and Dahlia, and Cypress, Ray, Clary. Here's Ray and Clary. They're a little couple, and I do love them. They're very cute. Look at them. Then obviously I go back to drawing more Magpie, mainly Magpie and Anya. I do love them. That's Magpie's little adopted mother. Here's some Prince things I'd be telling. Also like making like little memes of her. So like this one's like, if you're like if a man and a woman had a child. Guys, I wish Yuri was real, and this person's named Yuri. Girl failure to girl success, because I had a really good session that day. Here's me. I literally accidentally read the plot by just being myself. I also like to use song lyrics a lot, so this is from that song. There's just like some random little features. Kiss My Feet is from Bannerfall. Back in the building, just little silly drawings of her. But here's Crow and her Princess Renoir. Here's the One Day Blending Stew meme. And so mainly it's just a lot of for touring my sketchbooks with me though, and I'll see you next time.